Hey everybody, welcome back to LI Geek Guy TV. With everything going on in the world today, there's been a lot of talk about cybersecurity and cyber attacks. So I thought maybe it'd be a good idea today to kind of go over some pointers and things you can do to keep yourself, your computer, your network, and your accounts safe from any potential cyber attacks or even like malware, stuff like that. So why don't we jump right in? Hey guys, welcome back. So I just wanted to go over a couple pointers to keep you guys safe and things that maybe you could start thinking about in the future. One of the biggest ones that pop out to me that I've seen, people do in the past is which operating system you're running. Specifically with Windows, you're pretty much safe anything after Windows 8, which would be Windows 8, Windows 10 and Windows 11. Anything before that isn't currently being supported by Microsoft. So if you're running Windows 7 or Windows XP, you're not getting important updates for those operating systems, and things like that can definitely leave you at risk, and they create loopholes for people to get into, and stuff like that. When you're on a current version of Windows, like Windows 10. Loopholes, of course, are always going to be found, but their Microsoft always sends out updates that kind of close these loopholes and keep you safe. In addition to that, there's new virus definitions for Windows Defender and stuff like that aren't being sent out for anything under Windows 8. So that's the first thing I would definitely do is make sure you're running at least Windows 8. I would recommend running Windows 10 or 11. The next thing that I want to talk about is emails. And this is something that I see a lot. People get emails sent to them, and they look like they're an email from somebody they know, and they have a link in the email. You click that link and it downloads something to your computer. What this could be, it could be anything, virus, malware. It could be a way for other people to get into your computer. So always be sure that these emails that especially when they have links in them, make sure that they're coming from somebody and if you have any questions or if you're just not sure, don't click it. When in doubt, don't click it. Maybe call the person up and find out if they definitely sent you something, if they sent you a link, if they sent you something to download. But always be 100% certain that what you're clicking is what you're expecting, and that these emails are coming from who you think they really are. A lot of times you'll get emails and they're spoofed email addresses, so it looks like they're coming from somebody but God knows where they're coming from. Another thing that you need to watch out for is applications you download and install. Always be sure that these programs and apps that you're downloading and installing are coming from verified sources. Like if you're installing Google Chrome or something like that, make sure you're going to google.com or chrome.com, and you're getting the download exe file from there and stuff like that. Make sure you're always installing from verified sources. What's another one? Passwords. I think a big solution to a lot of this stuff is just to make sure you're updating your passwords somewhat regularly, and you're not using the same password over and over and over again. Make sure you use complex passwords. A lot of these websites and accounts and stuff like that, they kind of force you into using these complex passwords, and it's just good practice to get into. Mix numbers and characters and special characters and try to make these passwords as complex as possible. And while we're on the subject of passwords, another good thing is to not like have a Word document or a notepad file with all your passwords on your computer. I personally think it's always best to keep a piece of paper, or keep a physical copy of your passwords somewhere where you handwrite it down, so that people can't get into your computer and have access to all your accounts. Let's talk about computer updates. So when you're in your, and this is a Windows 10 machine, you always want to make sure your computer's up to date. And for the most part, it should automatically update. But if we just click the little Windows icon on the bottom left hand corner of the screen here, and you click the little gear settings, it's going to bring you over here. We want to go into update and security, and it's going to usually it'll automatically check for updates. If there were updates available, it would show it right in this area up here. But you could also always click check for updates. It's going to look. And this will automatically be set to automatic to automatically update your system, after a certain period of time. And I think that's it's wise to have it, always updating. So now you can see there's one little update right there that's being pushed in. These optional quality updates aren't as important. You could install them if you want, but it's not going to leave you, it's not going to leave you vulnerable, really. So that's definitely a good thing. And also, one other thing that, when it comes to Windows 10 or really any system, Mac or Windows, is to make sure that you have a password set to your login. So when you turn your computer on, and I've seen this a lot, where people don't have passwords set, you turn the computer on and it logs directly into their account. You should always have a password or a PIN set up, so that when you turn on the computer, you have to type something in to get into your account. That's another like really easy thing to do. And if we go back to what do you call it, into the system settings, and this is Windows 10 again. If we click accounts, you can find sign-in options on the left pane here. You click that, and this is where you can set a password or change a password. I have a PIN for my computer. You click Windows Hello PIN and set that up. That's if you're using a live account. If you're using a Microsoft account to sign in, which is also something I recommend. But if nothing else, at least have some sort of password protection on your computer. That's definitely a must. And I guess the last thing I really want to talk about is antivirus. And I'm not, there's nothing wrong with using Windows Defender and the antivirus that comes with Windows 10 or Windows 11 comes with it as well, and I'm pretty sure Windows 8 does. But if you want that extra protection, I guess, there's a ton of antivirus programs and software out there, and the only one that I really recommend is WebRoot. That's WEBROOT. You can look it up online. I'll show it on my screen. This is the website. You can purchase it through them. There's a ton of different antiviruses, like I said, and honestly, I think most of them just slow your computer down. I don't think they really do a great job of protecting you. And this comes in, McAfee, Symantec, Norton's, Avast. I wouldn't recommend any of these programs. I would definitely just recommend using Windows Defender, and if you do want to pursue something extra, something maybe a little bit better, I would go with WebRoot for sure, and kind of make sure the other programs are uninstalled. And that brings me to my last point. Like, if you do have McAfee or Norton's or Symantec, hopefully you're not paying for them. But if you are, I mean, personally, I would uninstall them. I would get something better, even if it's just the Windows Defender that comes standard with Windows 10 or Windows 11, or get WebRoot. Unfortunately, I don't think those programs really help anything at all. I think if anything, they just make your computer run slower, and it's unfortunate, what's going on in the world. It's unfortunate that cyber attacks and stuff like this exists, but it's even before like everything that's going on in the world right now. Like, cyber attacks were always a threat. It's always the thing. It's always something you need to think about, and just try to keep yourself protected. And if you go through all the things that we went over today, I think you're definitely going to be in a better spot than if you didn't do any of these things. So as always, I love making these videos for you guys. I know it's been a while since my last one, but things have been a little hectic, been a little bit busy, but I'm going to try to get back to making these for you guys. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, especially with cybersecurity, anything that we talked about, you can always reach out to me. My number's on the website. If you want to shoot me an email, if you have any questions, if you want anything set up, and anything, antivirus or, firewalls or anything, help with passwords, whatever, you can always shoot me an email at zach@ligeekguide.com, or give me a call. It's always a pleasure making these for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, really. And I hope to see you guys soon. So thanks so much. Bye.